Ask me what time it is.
It was an ordinary morning, the kind that slips by unnoticed in the routine of life. The golden rays of sun, filtering through my window, casting a warm glow across my room. As I began to prepare for another demanding shift at the hospital, a sudden realisation dawned on me, sending a shiver down my spine.
My life is a mess. We cannot always be all the time 100% productive, slay in every single area of our life. Sometimes certain things will take a hit. To be honest, it's pretty normal and understandable to be in a flop era in one area of your life when you're slaying another area, because you've got to be taken from somewhere. My friends, my flop era is currently intermittently switching between personal organisation and tidiness to my social life, and this weekend was a weekend where I was social, so social, and since I've been a doctor I have not been social enough. However, when I am social, my personal organisation and tidiness goes out the window. Stunning. Let me take you on a my life is a mess grand tour. This, I had burgers and ketchup last night for dinner. Mess. Didn't even refill the ice tray. Frozen goods for dinner, nothing home cooked in sight. Mess. Mess. Look at my white trousers I wore on the weekend. I mean, I didn't do the worst job getting them stains out. Mess, 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 mess. Now, my friends, the best bit. The best bit. But your gal does not start work until 12 PM today, which means that I have literally no excuse to not leave this flat looking in tip-top shape. If you're new here, then my name is Faye. I am a first-year doctor. Cheers.
And so began the frantic scramble to piece together the fragments of my chaotic life before the clock struck 12 and duty called me to the hospital.
Anti-procrastination method numero uno. I like to call this one the metaphorical sandwich. What you do is you combine something that you do not want to do, in this case for me, clean my flat, with one or two things that you would like to do. For example, crappy reality TV, podcast, anything to make the task more enjoyable and make you more likely to do it. Personally, I like to go with something that I don't have to concentrate on. So podcast, minimal activity visually, or reality TV, like if I zone out, I'm not gonna miss much. Owning Manhattan, I've not seen this. Jesus.
The audacity of me uploading a video titled How to Have a Routine and Be Consistent last week, when my life becomes a whirlwind of chaos as soon as socialising disrupts my military level regimented 100-hour work weeks. Yet amidst the chaos there is one unwavering constant that never fails me, so let's dive into that steadfast anchor of my life and then we'll circle back to see how present Faye is faring on her quest to put the pieces of her life back together.
You know what time it is, guys? It is AG1 time, because I'm a busy girl who unfortunately does often worry that she's getting enough nutrition.
Thank you AG1 for very kindly sponsoring this video and giving you guys a discount, which I'll be telling you all about very shortly.
Having my AG1 every single morning is possibly the best decision that I made in the whole of 2024, going into my second half of my first year of being a doctor, and the first half was rough, guys. I did really feel like I wasn't making enough time to prioritise myself, my health, my nutrition, and then having AG1 and just having one scoop in the morning with water is so ridiculously convenient and gives me that safety net that even if I have a really busy day in the hospital, even if my nutrition is not optimal that day, I know that I've taken a super comprehensive supplement that has covered so many of the vitamins and minerals that I may have missed out on a busy day.
Vitamins and minerals are the building blocks that support our bodily functions, and Without them, everything from our mental performance to immune health to skin and nails can be affected, which is why I start every single day with 1 scoop of AG1. As I'm approaching the right side of 25, I definitely notice my brain isn't as sharp and I don't learn as quickly as when I started medical school at 19. But as being a doctor is all about everyday learning, getting the right nutrition to support my brain performance is so important to me. AG1 supports sustained focus without a coffee crash. Pantothenic acid supports your mental performance, whilst folate and niacin help reduce tiredness and fatigue. AG1 also has nutrients that make sure energy gets to where you really need it. Minerals like copper, chromium and phosphorus help to unlock energy from my food to ensure I can continue to get through my long shifts for the next 10 to 20 years of my career.
And I know that a lot of you are busy people as well. So if you click the link down below and you want to buy some AG1, then AG1 are also going to give you a free year's supply of the vitamin D drops and 5 travel packs. So you can take them away wherever you go, which is incredible, especially if you're going away for summer.
Go to drinkag1.com/Fayebate or scan the QR code on screen now to save 20% when you subscribe. Thanks AG1 for sponsoring today's video and, to be honest, for keeping my hectic life together. Although in tidying I have made strides in regaining order to my flat, if you imagined I'd take a moment to relax before my 12 to 8 shift at the hospital, you'd be sorely mistaken. This silly girl thought she could juggle 2 demanding full-time jobs simultaneously, hence a night out with friends often spirals into a whirlwind of chaos, unravelling the fragile threads of my carefully constructed routine. And just when I look like a woman who semi has her life together.
Whoops. Okay, breakfast doesn't look the most appetising. It's this bean recipe that I found on Instagram, and I love me some beans, really love me some beans. But you blend in tofu into the sauce, so the sauce is like more creamy, but it's also got loads of protein in it. And it's delicious, and it's got miso in it. I'll link it down below.
Aside from a nutrient-rich breakfast and my trusty AG1, I require some uplifting tunes in order to psych me up for my shift. Time to get to work. It's also so rainy. I just can't even get out of the car. As you can imagine, on my quest for routine and order, it's extremely helpful when I finish on time.
Ask me what time it is.
Hello. Hi. But if there's one person who can always bring a semblance of order to my chaotic existence, it's my wonderful boyfriend Dylan.
What is it?
No matter how hectic my day has been, I can always count on him to have a hot, home-cooked, nutritious meal waiting for me, and today it was a fragrant and comforting dish of egg fried rice. A warm reminder that amidst the turbulence there is always a safe harbour to return to. Good morning team, today's plan of action is I need to get my hair washed, fresh, looking clean, because I would like to get some YouTube videos filmed before I go into work. Woo! This, my friends, is precisely why my life frequently strays from the straight and narrow. I persuade myself that time is but an illusion, believing I can squeeze every task under the sun into the finite hours I have before and after work. Right, guys, I only managed to film one YouTube video. No, stay, please. Half the work is obviously just setting up everything, so I do prefer to get more than one done. I'm gonna get my AG1 down me really quickly, and then I'm gonna head out the door. Fingers crossed, I will be home sooner than last night.
Hello.
What were you watching?
Football.
Who was playing?
Spain and France.
Surprisingly, I was deeply invested in the football this year, especially because I'm not even English. However, the matches often gave me so much adrenaline and anxiety, I found it really difficult to sleep afterwards, which is where my skincare routine comes in. The perfect way to gently wind down and prepare for a restful night's sleep after some stressful penalties. Good morning, guys. How are we feeling today? Thanks. I've got some banana and toast and I'm going to the gym. If there is one sign that my life is in fact on track, it's prioritising movement. And my top tip for rekindling a fitness habit is simple. Cheat yourself into going to the gym. Literally just start by telling yourself you're going to go on the treadmill on an incline for 20 minutes and watch TikTok the entire time. Guys, I'm just running out the door and I just got dish soap all over me, so I've just washed it off and I'm just hoping it dries by the time I get to work. Right, bye. Right, I'm at work. That's not too bad. Okay, bye. Guys, I'm back in the car. I walked out, it wasn't raining, the air was crisp, bright, it was a beautiful summer's evening. I'm out relatively on time. Not quite on time, but relatively a lot better. Today was a good day. All my patients kept it together. None of them decided to throw me any curveballs. It was nice and steady. And to top it all off, if you watched my last vlog, you will have seen that basically there was a day where I parked in an area of the car park where my staff permit does not allow me to park. However, it was because the staff parking area was full and I got a ticket. And it just made me really sad because I had a really bad day and I came out and I'd got a parking ticket even though I pay like 40 quid a month for my permit. And today I was not parking in the correct area because once again it was full. No ticket, out on time, good day. And I'm off tomorrow. Good morning, guys. How are we feeling today? Well, I am feeling absolutely splendid, considering it's my day off. I'm working a 12-hour shift tomorrow and then I'm working the weekend, so I am ready for a day for myself. I'm gonna make a matcha. Guys, the Tesco delivery driver just rang the doorbell and perfect timing. I saw this reel literally a couple of days ago and it was someone saying never trust an indoor thought. Since then, that has completely changed my perspective. Number one, it's made me feel a lot less crappy when I have like bad mental health, negative thoughts whilst I'm indoors, because I realise that that is something that we all go through when we're stuck between four walls. But also it has made me be a lot more proactive in terms of getting outside. I think previously, especially when I had a day off, I would put myself under so much pressure to stay in this flat and get as much as possible done within that day because that was the only day that I had to work. And then I'd feel really crap at the end of it, even if I'd had a super productive day. And it's just reaffirmed this like long-standing belief that I've had that sometimes the most productive thing that you can do is doing something not productive, aka going to a coffee shop that may not be as conducive an environment to focus. It might be a little bit busier, spending money on a coffee, wasting time getting to the coffee shop, but then probably feeling more refreshed and utilising the day better on the whole. So taking my own advice, I got outside only to encounter a minor issue. Hey guys, I'm back. The coffee shop that I normally go to was so busy. And I'm thinking, it's the middle of the week. Why aren't you all at work? Like, I'm not at work, but I got my matcha. And I've had some fresh air, which is enough to make me feel 10 times more productive. Good morning, guys. I am back in work today. Surprise! But I do actually have my works summer party after my 12-hour shift. It starts at 8, I finish at 8. I was going to pack an outfit and go straight from work to there. I was not that organised and I'm now going to come home here, get ready and go. So wish me luck. Right guys, it's 8:45. The party started at 8. Am I going to make it? It's time to get it together and get ready. Guys, I'm going to get ready in record time. Wait and see. We are egging a little bit. Good morning, vlog. Hello from a very fresh Faye. Last night was absolutely a testament to you can have fun and not drink, but I am very grateful that I'm not starting work until 12 today, so I didn't feel like I had to leave early, and I still had a lot of fun. Although I did miss the last train home, which I didn't even think to check the times for the last trains home, so it did become quite an expensive night out because I had to get an Uber back, but hey ho, it was a good night had by all. Right, let's go. That one down at the bottom. No, the one next to it, I think.
You don't want the olive first?
Ooh. No, I like the look of this one. I think we should try that one. If you've been here a while, then you will already know Dylan is kind of the king of eggs. Would you agree?
No, I wouldn't call myself the king of eggs. I just have them a lot.
Right, well, I would call him the king of eggs. So, and we do normally fry our eggs, and I don't think there's anything wrong with a little bit of oil in your life. It's nothing to be scared of, but obviously poached is slightly healthier. I got us a poacher, an egg poacher, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna mess around making sure the water's all spun with a little bit of vinegar in it, trying to get that perfect poached egg when Dylan eats 4 eggs at a time. This is the poacher that I got. I will link it down below if anyone needs to buy a poacher. And I will also share how they end up turning out. What I miss most when I work weekends is the simple joy of having breakfast with Dylan. So starting my shift at 12 gave my weekend a semblance of normality, even though it was punctuated by an 8-hour shift. Ooh, a fleeting oasis of togetherness before plunging back into the whirlwind of hospital life. We're ready to go, baby! Ready for a weekend of work. Also, I realised that over the next week I'm working 81 hours and 7 days in a row. Oh! And just when I thought it was starting to look up. But there is a lesson I learned on my previous shift that taught me a lot about how to keep your energy up when being a doctor can be so draining and all-encompassing. Traffic is so bad because it's the weekend and the middle of the day. But I did want to share why yesterday I had such a great day in work. If you're taking blood, you can take blood from a vein, an artery, or a capillary. Most of the time we take blood from veins. However, there are certain situations where taking blood from an artery is important. So yesterday, I had a patient who needed an arterial blood test. And to get an arterial blood sample, first of all, you've got to feel their pulse. So I'm feeling this patient's pulse, and I'm struggling, like really, really, really struggling. So I'm thinking, crap, this is going to be really, really, really difficult. I was so chuffed I got the first sample, then the sample didn't run through the machine. Oh, I thought that was a fluke that I even got the first sample. I'm really bewildered at how I got the first sample. I go back, we went for the other wrist, I got the sample again. Once again, I'm bewildered. How did I manage to do that? Because I was basically going in blind because I couldn't feel the pulse that well. And I run the test, we get the results back. What I have learned in my short career as a doctor, you have to celebrate the small wins, because there will be some days where the things out of your control, like patients passing away or being diagnosed with terminal illnesses, just completely wipe you out emotionally and make you feel like, what is the point? And it really has to be these small wins that you can control that get you through. As doctors, we put so much of our self-worth in the outcome of patients. Even if you've done everything you possibly can, when a patient dies, or maybe they have metastatic cancer or a progressive neurological disease, which means they're not going to be able to walk in a couple of years, that's not just emotionally hard because we're humans and we have empathy, and it's horrific to see that sort of suffering. We also take such a huge blow to our self-worth and confidence, despite it being completely out of our control. And that is why in my short career as a doctor, I have learned the importance of celebrating those small wins that are completely within our control. Getting positive feedback from a senior, getting a difficult set of bloods, going the extra mile for patients and taking time to speak to their family, whatever. Self-worth has to be grounded in that. Ruba! Not now. I I'm so hungry.
Love it.
To save the day, in comes one of my favourite after work dinners, Nando's style veggie chicken pittas.
Nando's style chicken, brock, spicy rice. Right, what day are we on? How many days have I been working? Day 3. We're going on for day 3 of the 8-day working streak, which I thought was 7, but Dylan yesterday kindly informed me it's actually 8. Guys, if there's one thing I hate in this world, it's hospital scrubs. Maybe they're fine on people who aren't 4'11", but I just feel like, is this blurry? I just feel like on me, they make me look like a little cardboard box, or like a child in a set of pajamas that are like 10 sizes too big. But as I'm on an 8-day working stint, I'm just gonna head in. I've got 8 days. I don't have enough of my own scrubs to wear for 8 days, and I also don't have the mental ability to think of outfits for those 8 days. So I think from here on out, it's gonna be hospital scrubs. Cheers! Right team, it's the England final tonight, as in football game's gonna start in like 5 minutes. Handover's about to start, but I'm gonna get out my scrubs before handover. So as soon as handover's done, I can go, and I think I'm gonna go watch the game in a pub. I'm basically missing the whole of it, but I'm sorry, I can't sit and watch this football game at home by myself.
I really don't think there's a more full circle way to end the vlog. Where I started the week derailed by even a small amount of social interaction, I was ending the week not only happy, full of energy and fulfilled, but I'd re-established a routine even whilst managing to prioritise socialising twice, which is a huge win, unlike the football.
Guys, I'm just walking to the park now, and I missed England scoring. I'm not even English. Why do I care? I can go this way.